So for today's video, we're going to be talking about the Tournament of Power fight predictions. So it will have some spoilers from episodes probably 90 to 96. So I would recommend, if you haven't seen from episode 90 onwards in Dragon Ball Super, or either turn off and watch them, or just listen and prepare to be like, this is a spoiler warning, so take it for granted. So for fight predictions, or events that'll take place in the Tournament of Power, I'm going to say that I'm going to start off saying that very good episode from Toei and Akira Toriyama last week, or on Sunday. I thought the episode was really good. It introduced all the universe's fighters and put them together and showed the ring, and then also showed a three god fight, and one of the gods sat out. So I thought it was a very good episode. We didn't need to start the tournament last week, and this week it'll start. Getting on to the predictions. At the first one we're going to talk about is Frieza and Frost working together. So basically in episode number 96, Frieza and Frost first met. It was a very interesting sort of talk, but again it was sort of cliche, like, oh yes, the two, what are the Frost demons, meet each other and like, oh yeah, they're going to scheme together, as if that wasn't predictable already. But basically, they suggest they're going to work together. I can see this playing out one or two ways. One, they're going to try and eliminate Goku and Hit, respectively, and then they're going to betray each other. Or they are going to get absolutely god-stomped by the Pride Troopers. What I mean by the Pride Troopers is you're going to have Jiren and Topo. Now, I don't think Jiren will probably do... I think Jiren will probably just fight Goku, if you ask me, or Hit. But I could see Topo just completely god-stomping Frost. I could see Frost just getting destroyed. Frieza's an interesting case because he got a BS power level bullshit increase. Like, it was just... I get that he was in hell, but like, to improve that much, and I get he's like the strongest of his kind, but come on, that was just a joke. Like, I don't know, I'm annoyed about it, and I'm annoyed he's back, but let's see what he does. He could prove me wrong. He could be a good addition to the... I think he's not even going to be an addition to the team the way Toei suggested, like that stupid scheming stuff with Frost. Like, he's already going to betray him, so they should have just brought along useless... You know what they should have done? It's just brought along Monarcha, and it's just like, he could have just... Someone could have put an invisibility thing on him, and then he could have came up in the end and won it. But oh well. So the next prediction I've got is Gohan versus Cable. People are probably wondering, oh, why not Khalifa? Well, to me, Khalifa seems like she's the odd one out. She's been given sort of the attention for a couple of episodes with the Universe 6 Saiyans. However, I think that she will get wrecked. She is too arrogant. We have not seen her in a fight. We have seen her power up to Super Saiyan, yes. But what's to say she has never been in a fight before? Based off what I've seen, she can't even read power levels. Like, I'm sorry, but based on what we've seen, we don't know how strong Jiren is. But Topo would god stomp Khalifa. Like, he was on par with a Super Saiyan Blue, not Kaioken Blue, but just a Super Saiyan Blue. And there's no way Khalifa's as strong as a Super Saiyan Blue. Like, I get that she's arrogant and she's reckless, but I think she's going to have a very harsh time in the tournament. I could see this going one or two ways. I don't know who will eliminate Khalifa, but she'll be too reckless. And then I could see Kale being really timid and not letting go of her anger. And she just stands around just trying to follow Khalifa. And all of a sudden, Khalifa gets angry at her. And then either hits her away, or someone comes from behind and knocks Khalifa out of the ring. And then she suggests, like, her friend, her sister, whatever. Kale gets really angry about that, and she feels like that was her fault, responsibility, and then she explodes. Now, I could see Gohan fighting Kale simply because it seems very obvious that, I don't know who it'll be, but they're sort of suggesting that a Saiyan will fight a Saiyan. it could be Khalifa Goku, but then again, like, do we want to see that? Probably people do. But I think an interesting fight would be Berserker State Kale versus Ultimate Gohan or Mystic Gohan. Just because they're probably on par with each other at the moment. Unless Gohan learned a God type level, which I don't think he would have. But he could have mastered the ultimate form into some, I don't know, Super Saiyan. Something. I don't think it'll be Super Saiyan. It'll be just some ultimate form that allows him to generate Zenkai Boost or something. But yeah, so the next one we're looking at is the Androids vs. Universe 3. Now, the Androids, featuring Android number 17 and 18, have returned to fighting at once, and I think they will be fighting Universe 3, the cyborg robot universe that is looking pretty interesting, because I reckon, to be honest, they're going to be the hardest universe to eliminate, because based off what Nigirishi said, their lead fighter, he said that they're designing fighters for specific, they must have knowledge about other universes' fighters, and if they did, that would be sick. If they designed a fighter where, Kai Blast wouldn't work against them, that would be amazing. That would be a very hard thing to, but I don't know, interesting to see where this goes. But yeah, Android versus the Universe 3 cyborg robots, it seems pretty obvious. I don't know whether they'll be all of them. I could see them fighting Nigirishi and I think it's Nagatoma or someone, the other big robot he's got. But yeah, so the next one we're going to look at is Vegeta versus either Topo or Hit. I'm saying Hit because it's Vegeta would want payback for Hit beating him in the Universe 6-7 tournament, but we will see what happens. I think it's, in my opinion, it's guaranteed to happen it has to happen for Topo. Oh, it might be me wishing it does, but Vegeta, he was shocked that Topo, like when Goku mentioned Topo, that he pushed the Super Saiyan Blue. So based off that, when he first, if you watch the scene, I think it's in I think it's the exact episode after they returned from the exhibition tournament. And I think Vegeta will be thrilled, or not enraged, but he's always wanted to beat Goku. He still wants to beat Goku from day one of when he first came in. The fact that Topo could push him is what's going to fuel him more, because it is interesting. Goku probably I don't think he told Vegeta that he didn't use Kaioken. I might be wrong, but I don't think he did. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think Vegeta vs Topo will take place, but I don't think it'll take place until probably the second half of the tournament. I'm expecting this tournament to go for at least 10 episodes. Based off the 19 episodes of build-up, it sort of has to go for at least 30 episodes for the arc. It has to. I'd be very disappointed if this tournament was like 5 episodes. Be a real letdown on what's been a very good arc so far. So the next one we're going to look at is Goku, obviously, versus Jiren. There's not much to say about this. We already know it's going to happen. The intro has spoiled it. But it's okay. They've generated the interest between this Jiren and Goku. But then again, it's like, they could have saved the surprise until later. But it doesn't annoy me. I hope this fight takes place early on, but I could see it taking place a bit later, because Toei and Toei are pretty lazy, and they'll probably be like, oh, we'll put the fight at the end and have a cliche fight between the two best fighters. That would be really good, but I might sound like a Goku hater here, but I'd like it if someone different won. Vegeta's obviously my favourite, but I know he probably won't win. I'd love it. I'd love to see Gohan win, or even, a team player like Tien Shenhan, or even Krillin, but if Goku wins the tournament, fine. He came up with a fucking idea anyway, so it doesn't really matter if he doesn't win or not. If he wins, it was his idea to have the tournament take place, so it just seemed likely that he'd probably win anyway. I'm going to put a prediction here. If you go to the intro and watch Vegeta, he's in Super Saiyan form. I'd assume Super Saiyan 2, because he never achieved Super Saiyan 3. when he fights that Teletubby lady, so that's Brienne de Chantine, that Sailor Moon parody girl from Universe 2. I'd assume it's her, because it looks exactly like her, unless they've changed her outfit. But now, my reasoning to why he's in Super Saiyan 2, or Super Saiyan form, is the fact that I'm going to go out on a limb here. They've got the no killing rule. Someone's going to break it. I will say that someone will get screwed from Universe 7. I'm saying it'll be Piccolo, because Piccolo likely gets screwed. I'm going to say he uses Special Beam Cannon or something, or one of his famous techniques, and it kills the opponent. I'm going to say it's going to be a Universe 10 fighter, because based on what we've seen, they're pretty weak. I'm going to say he kills one of them, and he doesn't realise, like, that how they're not powerful enough. So he ends up getting disqualified, because what we've been told is if you kill someone, that fighter gets disqualified. There was a bit of a misconception saying that the whole team gets disqualified. If you rewatch one of the episodes, the Grand Priest clears it up, and he says that that fighter that killed will be disqualified automatically and erased, like, at the point. So I could see that being Piccolo or someone else, maybe Gohan, possibly. I don't know. I don't think, but I don't know. It could be the androids. It could be. They could self-destruct by accident. You never know. But or they could do something. But yeah. So I think that because he's fighting in the Super Saiyan form, that he's obviously aware that, oh crap, we can't go full out to start off with, because if we kill someone, I'm going to get disqualified. But the thing that gets me really irritated is this is a tournament for the best fighters. Why? And they're planning to, they want to win anyway. No matter what, you have to win, otherwise based off what we've seen, the universe will be spared. So why are they not in Super Saiyan Blue? The whole concept of Super Saiyan Blue is Goku and Vegeta can control it better than Super Saiyan. Hang on, how many times have we seen Goku go in Super Saiyan Blue against Krillin and, Android 17 in this pre-tournament stuff, the build-up, and he fights him in blue and he doesn't kill him. He can control the blue. Why don't Vegeta and Goku go blue straight off? Unless they're voided to, you can't use the blue. So I don't know. But it just seems very poor that they're going to implement Super Saiyan again, which is the weaker form for Goku and Vegeta, and it doesn't make sense whatsoever. But I think that'll be a decent fight, I guess. But yeah, moving on to the wish list. So my wish list for this tournament is going to have Vegeta winning or Gohan winning, as said before. At least seeing, I don't want to see Hit absolutely jobbed by Jiren, because a lot of fans saying, or Hit'll get absolutely destroyed because, it's usually Vegeta's job, but they've introduced Hit, new to the show, and he's a pretty powerful fighter. But, if he can't use time skip or the time skip Molotov or time skip whatever he's got, then, he's going to be absolutely jobbed by Jiren. They have to, look, unless they're going to start with a Goku Jiren fight, it's either going to be Vegeta, Gohan, depending how strong Gohan is, possibly Frieza, if he's still in the tournament, or Hit is going to get destroyed by Jiren. I hope that that's not the case. I hope it's Jiren Goku from the start. But if it's not, we have to live with that decision. And basically, this will sum up some of my predictions. If you like the video, feel free to chuck a like. Even, comment some of your predictions for the upcoming tournament. So have a good day.